Hello everyone, welcome back. For those that don't know me, I'm Larissa, and today we're going to be doing a nice, juicy, nurturing, gentle flow for the hips. So if you want to join me, let's get started on our mats. We're going to be in reclined butterfly pose. So making your way down onto your back any way you'd like. Then take your soles of the feet together. Let your knees go wide out to the edges of your mat. Your arms are down by our side, or actually, let's bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Maybe tuck the chin a little bit to lengthen the back of the neck. And you can close the eyes or just leave them soft here. And do a little grounding, a little centering before we start to move. So see if you can allow your body to soften, back body settling into the mat, inner hips gently opening, and then just tune into your breath. Maybe you can feel your hands or eyes and fall with your belly and chest. And today's theme is going with that winter element, that winter season. Winter time is that time where we slow down, start to nurture ourselves a bit more. Take a few things off of our to-do list. Take some extra time to be still and give ourselves a little bit more self-love, self-care. And that kind of enables us to come forth in spring again with vigor and strength. So if you're one of those people that like to go, go, go all the time, trust me, I'm with you. But it is important for us to slow down, to rest. And with that being said, let's take one final inhale through the nose. And then a slow exhale through the mouth. You can blink those eyes back open. You can use the hands here if you like to bring the knees back together, nice and slow, might be a little stiff. And then draw the knees up to the chest, give a little squeeze. Take one hand on each knee and then just do some gentle circles going in opposite directions. Going one way for a little while. And then switch it up, go the other direction for a little while. Bring both knees back together. Hold on to the right knee, extend the left leg long down to the bottom of the mat. Take your knee in the left hand, right arm opens up, and then you can take that leg across the body for a little twist. You can look in the opposite direction if it feels good. Breathing in and breathing out. On the inhale, come back to center. Keep holding on to that right knee with both hands. Bend your left leg again, sole the foot onto the mat. And then bring your right ankle above the left knee, opening out to that figure four shape. Now just stay here for a moment, even if you're not getting that much sensation. Flex your right toes and then maybe just gently press your knee away. Sometimes even just the slightest sensation can help us open up a little bit more. We don't need to push it all the way, all the time. And then as you're ready, start to draw the left knee up. Bring your hands around the thigh, keeping the right toes flexing, knee opening up. And again, just taking a few breaths here. Inviting the slowness of the practice, the gentle opening of the hips. Start to extend your left leg up to the sky. It's okay if the knee is slightly bent. And then you're going to start to hook your right arm underneath that right leg. Your chin comes to your chest, your shoulders lift off the mat. Then get that left arm underneath, hook it there. Keep your left toes flexing and slowly lower the left leg down, hovering it as far down as it'll go. You can rock from side to side. Make sure you're engaging your core a little bit. And then bend the left foot again. Place it down on the mat. Release the right leg. Right leg comes down. Left knee to the chest. Give a little squeeze. Extend the right leg all the way. Open up your left arm and then take that knee across the body for a little twist. Again, you can look in the opposite direction if it feels good. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, coming back to center. Hold on to that knee with both hands. Bend your right leg, foot comes onto the mat. Then take that ankle, place it on top of the right knee, and hold it here just for a moment. Flex your left toes. You can even use your hand a little bit to press the knee away from you, just opening up the hip nice and slow. Then start to take your right knee up. Grab underneath the thigh. Breathing in. Breathing out. Start to extend your right leg to the sky. It's okay if the knee stays bent. Holding it here for a moment. Then start to get that elbow hook underneath the left leg. Chin to your chest, shoulders start to peel off the mat. A little core engagement. Bring the right arm underneath, giving it a nice big hook. And then slowly extend the right leg down to the bottom. Hold it here. You can rock from side to side if that feels good, or just stay here. Just stay still. Breathing in and breathing out. Bend the right knee, place the foot down, and slowly release. Left leg comes down. Bring both knees in again. This time bring hands underneath the knees. Chin to your chest, roll the shoulders off the mat, rounding your spine. Then start to rock a little bit here. Taking the knees over the head. Giving yourself a little spinal massage. And then just doing that enough times to where you've gained enough momentum to come all the way up. Find your easy cross-legged, hands on the knees, close the eyes for a moment, centering back in. Steady inhale through the nose. And a slow exhale back out through the mouth. Beautiful. Let's take our hands up to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, the right hand comes to the opposite knee. Reach over with the left. Keep your sit bones anchoring down into your mat, and you can just do little gentle pulses here, reaching the right fingertips, the left fingertips away from your left sit bones. Inhale to rise back up. Right arm rises, left arm comes down, opposite knee, and then taking it over to the other side. Again, you can just do little pulses, but just tune into your sit bones. Root the sit bones down into the mat. And then reaching those right fingertips away. Inhale, come back up. Then roll forward, find all fours position. Coming into tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And then when you're ready, on your inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the head into your cow. Exhale, press and round, cat. Inhale, back to your cow, turning the tailbone up towards the sky, lifting the heart, lifting the head. Exhale, press and round, find your cat. Do 1 or 2 more rounds of that, kind of at your own pace. Just moving with your breath today. And then go ahead, meet me back in that nice neutral tabletop position. From here, we're gonna pick our right knee up. Set the foot down, turn the toes away from you. So your heel is in line with your opposite knee, and then your knee is nicely stacked above that ankle. So you have a nice 90-degree. Then from here, going to your own degree, start to send the hips back like you're going into a child's pose. You can roll onto the blade edge of your right foot. Maybe come up onto your fingertips and crawl the fingertips forward. Breathing into your right hip, right lower back, wherever it is you're feeling the stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. And inhale, come forward nice and slow. Hands come back down. Then start to extend that right leg. Toes turn forward. Plant down into your right hand, or your left hand rather. Inhale, right arm to the sky. I'm mirroring you guys, so get my right and left confused sometimes. Just bear with me. And take that hand back down to the earth. Slide that leg back in, and let's do the other side. So pick your left foot up, turn the toes away. And then your heel is in line with your opposite knee, and then right knee is stacked right on top, left knee is stacked right on top of that left ankle. So you're creating this 90-degree. It is not as easy as it looks, folks. All right, from here, as you're ready, you can send the hips back. You can come up onto the blade edge of that foot if it feels good. Just be mindful of the knee and, of course, the hip. Come up onto the fingertips. You can crawl the hands forward. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, come forward, nice and slow. Take the hands back underneath the shoulders. Leg starts to extend, toes forward. Whew. Then anchor your right hand down. Inhale your left arm to the sky, a little bit of a twist. Take that hand back down to the earth. Slide the leg back in. And then let's do one cat-cow here just to loosen it up a bit. Good. Come back to your tabletop, tuck your toes. Then as you're ready, lift the knees off, hips back into our first downward dog. You can pedal out the feet a little bit, bending one knee, then the other. Getting into the hamstrings a bit more. Maybe a little yes, no with the head. Working into the neck and shoulders. And find a little stillness in your dog. On your next inhale, take your right leg up behind you into a 3-legged dog. Then you're gonna bend the knee, bring it towards the chest. Then start to move forward like you're going into a plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Then push up through the hips. So you're lifting the hips towards the sky, hugging the knee towards the chest. And then inhale, kick it back. And exhale, knee comes forward, round, hips lift. And then inhale, take it back. One more. Exhale, knee comes to the chest, lift, creating as much space as you can. Then set that foot in between the thumbs. Drop your back knee down. And then wave your spine long. So come up onto your fingertips, wave through the spine, lift the heart, lift the head. Then another inhale, press through that front foot, come all the way up into a low lunge. Right hip hugs back, left hip hugs forward. Find your stability here, and then maybe crawl that front foot forward a little bit. Start to sink your pubic bone down to the earth, but make sure to maintain some engagement so we're not just hanging in the joints. So you're still pressing away from the floor with that front foot, active in the left hip flexor. Breathing in and breathing out. Take your hands down, lift your back leg. Again, wave your spine long. So feel the spinal wave coming from the tailbone through the crown of the head, coming onto your peace fingers. Reach through the heel and reach through the crown of the head so you're nice and long through the entire body. Then start to shift the weight forward into that front leg, a little bit of a hop. Take it to the front. Inhale, hands on the shins, lift the heart, long spine. And then bend the knees, belly to the thigh. Bend your knees enough so you can get those hands down onto the mat. Then let the head hang. So just shift the weight from side to side so you're softening down through the body, relaxing through the spine. Crown of the head is heavy. And then here you can kind of experiment, straightening the legs a little bit more, seeing how that feels. Then coming back to your center. Plant your right hand down. Start to bend that right knee as you straighten the left. On your inhale, left arm to the sky for a little bit of a twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Take that hand back down. And then start to walk your feet back, coming back to a downward dog. Same thing on the other side. So inhale, lift that left leg up. Bend the knee, bring it to the chest, then start to move forward so your shoulders come over the wrists. You're pushing with the hands. You're lifting through the hip. You're coming onto that back heel, keeping the knee close to the chest. Inhale, extend the leg back. Exhale, knee to the chest, round. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, bring it forward, hold it there for a moment. Then set the foot in between the thumbs. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, wave the spine long, coming up onto the fingertips. Then another inhale, pressing through that front foot, sweeping it up into Anjaneyasana. Left hip hugs back, right hip hugs forward. Tailbone lengthens a bit. Then crawl that front foot forward a little bit. Start to sink the pubic bone down to the earth, but you're still reaching up through the side body. You're engaged through the legs. So you're pressing through this front foot, and there's a slight hugging in of the thighs. Breathing in and breathing out. Take the hands down to the earth. Lift your back leg. Wave that spine long again, coming onto the fingertips. Reaching through your right heel, reaching through the crown of the head, so you're really stretching through that entire right leg, back side of the body. Then shift the weight forward, take a nice big hop, coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands on the shins, lift through the spine, long spine. And then exhale, fold. Bend the knees, fingertips to the earth. Sway from side to side, softening down. You can always experiment lengthening the legs a little bit more. And then come back to your center. Bring your left hand to the center. Start to bend that left leg. Inhale, right arm to the sky, a little bit of a twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Take that hand down. Then inhale, wave the spine long here. You can come up onto the shins or peace fingers. And then exhale, fold. Start to heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat. Turn those toes slightly out, heels in. And then as you're ready, start to bend the knees, sinking the hips down, coming into your malasana. Lifting up through the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head. You can keep the fingertips down if it helps you find a little bit of balance, or you can bring hands together at heart center. And then add a little bit of movement here, just shifting the weight from side to side, lubricating the hip joint, warming up the inner thighs. Good. Bring the hands back down. Inhale, start to lift the hips back up, toes come forward, but keep the feet as wide as they are. So you're in a little bit wider of a dangle pose here. You can keep the hands onto the earth or grab opposite elbows. And again, you can sway from side to side. Finding a little softness, a little give. And coming back to center. Toes turn out, heels in, send it back down, finding your malasana. Again, options, you can always take to find length through the spine and just stay here. Or if you want to bring hands to the heart, adding a little bit more hip mobility into the mix, shifting the weight from one side to the other. And as you're ready, send the hands back down, lift the hips, toes turn forward, but this time heel toe them a little bit wider. So now we're in a wide-legged downward dangle, a wide-legged dangling pose. You can even turn the toes in slightly, heels out, nothing too exaggerated, but this kind of helps put the pelvis in place so we can really get down there. You can keep the hands down, you can keep it swaying, you can keep the knees bent too here, swaying from side to side. Just finding what feels good. And come back to center. Heel toe those feet back together a little bit wider than hip width. Toes out, heels in. And start to bend the knees, sink the hips, coming back down to malasana. Hands at heart center, adding a little bit of movement, or just focusing on finding length. And as you're ready, start to release the hands, bring the hands behind you, lower the bum down to the earth. And we're gonna make our way all the way down onto our backs, finding reclined butterfly pose again. So you can bend your knees, soles of the feet together, knees go wide. And let's end as we started. So one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Close your eyes or leave them soft. Maybe just noticing any differences now in the hips compared to the beginning of the practice. Allow that back body to settle in, soften, making a little bit more space on your mat. Chin tucks, lengthening back of the neck. And then coming into our breath, finding that steady inhale through the nose, rising the chest and the belly. And then you can sigh it out through the mouth. Giving in to the winter element, the slowing down, the nurturing, the being still. I invite you to stay here for as long as you like. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.